What's up, people? Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day. So let me get down to business. This episode of GH was pretty good. Um, Carlos. Well, excuse me. What's his name? Jose. I guess it's Carlos' twin brother. Why am I not surprised? Another twin. And notice how his accent is going, cause you know how Carlos had that accent. This guy talks a lot more proper. Like, damn, why does everybody on the show has to have a twin? Like, seriously. Luke had a twin cousin. Luke had a twin. Ava pretended to be a twin. Silas Clay was a twin. Like, damn, like, do they always have to have a twin? But anyway, it works, whatever. But here's my thing about that. I don't believe that that's really Jose. The jury is still out. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Nope. I don't. Michael could be gullible if he want to, but according to Sabrina, Carlos really did have a twin. But what if Carlos? I don't know. I just feel like that's really Carlos. Until I have solid proof, that's Carlos. The way he was looking at Michael and Sabrina, that's Carlos. Michael is so gullible, he believes it. Um, I don't believe it until I got 1000% proof. Then I believe it. The proof is in the pudding. Um, so anyway, I guess everybody in Port Charles is broke. And this is like this storyline is so fucking funny, and I'm happy that the writers did this storyline. Basically, everybody who was rich for years are basically now broke. Rick is broke. Scott is broke. Lucy Coe is broke. And when she brought up Coco Cosmetics, I'm like, I thought Coco Cosmetics was now owned by ELQ. Remember when she came back and the Quartermains bought it? ELQ bought Coco Cosmetics when Tracy was CEO. So I thought Coco Cosmetics was under the ELQ umbrella. I don't know. Maybe she bought it back. I don't know. But yeah, Lucy's broke. Scott's broke. Franco's broke. Rick broke. Nicholas is broke. Everybody's broke. I'm like, damn. Just everybody, like every time I see somebody come on screen, they talking about how they having money problems. I'm like, God damn. And basically, everybody who's having money problems is because of Hayden's father, Raymond Berlin, because they all trusted him or whatever. He was a broker and he did some business or whatever with them and basically stole all their money. So now all these people are feeling the effects. Nicholas, on the other hand, is broke because of his grandmother and his uncle. That's why he's broke. But everybody else is broke because of Raymond Berlin. Well, except for Franco. Franco's broke because everybody sued his ass. But it was funny because when Scott and Lucy saw Naomi Dreyfus, Hayden's mother, at Metro Court, they wanted to know where the fuck their money was. But she's like, she doesn't know where their money is. She's divorced from Hayden's father. And when Franco came in and talked about how Heather Weber gave him $6,000, or she gave him some money, and now he got $6,000. Soon as they brought up the name Heather Weber, Naomi just started having a panic attack. So she know Heather Weber. She's connected to Heather Weber. And not only that, she's connected to the Weber family as a whole. And I'm going to touch base on that in a minute because I have a theory on this. And it's an obvious theory. So anyway, she passes out. She fell on the floor. And Carly comes in the next scene. The ambulance done took Naomi to the hospital. Carly comes in pissed at Franco, Scott, and Lucy, asking them what the hell they do to her. And they talking about they ain't do nothing. So Franco offered to buy all of them dinner or whatever. Them fools sitting there eating caviar, talking about spending $6,000 on caviar. Scott, shut the fuck up. Who the fuck gonna spend 6 G's on some caviar? Really? So they all up in his business or whatever about him and Elizabeth, and which is none of their business. So anyway, that girl, I forgot her name, who pretended to be a donor for Jocelyn, came in or whatever trying to con Carly. She lied about how she sold her kidney or whatever, and that's how Jocelyn got it. So Carly wrote her a check. Then she asked what her blood type was. She said her blood type was AB, but Jocelyn's blood type is B. So she's lying. And Carly asked her how she really got that scar. She got that scar because her boyfriend had got into it, and her boyfriend was quick with a knife. He stabbed her. So Carly basically told her to get the hell out, stay away, don't contact her, don't nothing. And I was actually shocked by Carly because she allowed the girl to keep the check. And I felt like that was generous of Carly because she could have just took the check and tore it up, but she still allowed the girl to keep the check, which I thought was very generous of her. Um, it was funny because Carly was trying to sympathize with the girl, talking about how she grew up with nothing, how she wanted to be a nurse, but she's doing well for herself now. Carly, come on now. We all know that you're doing well for yourself because you married rich. Think about it. Every guy Carly married, Sonny, AJ, they all had money. Jax, Lorenzo, they all had cash. And she made out like a bandit in all of her divorces. I mean, come on. When she divorced Lorenzo, she got 30% of ELQ. Like, the bitch made out with like a bandit. Every divorce, she got a hefty settlement. When her and Jax divorced 3 years ago, she walked away with a nice chunk of change plus the mansion that he built for them. She walked away with full ownership of it. So, can't be mad at that. So Carly was a little pissed about that because that didn't pan out the way she wanted to. So she was a little disappointed. But, she expected it. She didn't get her hopes up. She expected the worst. So anyway, Hayden was with Silas, and she was accusing him of being a drug addict or whatever. I like their chemistry, Hayden and Silas. I'm sorry, I said Silas. See, this is why I hate when they bring actors back multiple times in different roles because you keep thinking of the previous character they just played. I'm sorry, Dr. Finn. This is gonna be. I can't stand General Hospital. Like, why do you have to keep bringing these people back as all these different characters? Like, now I'm just fucking up everybody's name now. I don't care. I'm gonna call him Silas. Whatever. Silas, John McBain, whatever. Morley, Vampire, whatever. So anyway, her and Dr. Finn, they got good chemistry. So Sonny comes in or whatever, and Sonny makes Dr. Finn an offer. He tells Dr. Finn that he'll fly him on his private jet to some country where that drug that he needs is legal to where you can sell it, without being hassled by the cops and the feds and stuff like that. If he does a favor for Sonny, and that's take care of Julian. Basically making sure Julian is fit for arraignment and he goes to prison. Seems like a fair deal to me. And of course, Dr. Finn took the deal, which, he's willing to do anything to get them drugs, so he's going to take the deal. And Sonny is one of the only people that can help him. So Rick comes up or whatever, and mind you, we haven't seen Rick in God knows how long, at the hospital to talk to, he bumped into Elizabeth because he saw her talking to Franco. And he's pissed at her because you know how self-righteous Elizabeth is about how she can sit here and forgive Franco for all his many sins and go out on a date with him, but you can't forgive Rick for something he did last year. Like, that's some bullshit. And I agree with Rick. And then she keep throwing up, how he tried to trick her into marrying him. But he threw it back in her face how she tricked Jason and lied to Jason, trying to trick him into marrying her. Like, seriously. And he was right on the money with it. Elizabeth has always been a self-righteous bitch. Always. What I don't understand is why is Franco trying to pay for all of her kids to go to a camp? Like, why couldn't Elizabeth ask Jason to cough up to $6,000? Jason's a freaking millionaire. I'm pretty sure Jason wouldn't have had a problem paying for it. Like, she could have asked him before he went to Cassadine Island. She could have easily asked. Like, he is your baby father. Like, he's not going to have a problem with paying for camp, especially when he has the means to do it. Jason would have easily wrote that check. So anyway, Rick, he might as well just move on to somebody else because Elizabeth is a waste of space. So anyway, um, Hayden was, went to the hospital to go see her mother or whatever because she kept having a panic attack. So Elizabeth is the nurse on duty. So Naomi kept asking Elizabeth about her parents and her background and stuff, and how both her parents are doctors. And as soon as she mentions, started talking about her family, that's when Naomi started having another panic attack. And Naomi kept trying to tell Hayden that she needed to start getting along with Elizabeth because, for her sake and, for her father's sake, they need to start getting along. I have a theory. This is what I think. Elizabeth is really Naomi's daughter, and her and Elizabeth are sisters. My guess is Naomi had an affair with Jeff Weber at some point, didn't want her husband to know about it, so she gave the baby up to Jeff and his wife to have Elizabeth. So it wouldn't ruin Naomi's marriage to Raymond Berlin and ruin her rich lifestyle. That's my theory. One of my theories. The other is she says something about Hayden and the father that she know as opposed to the father she don't know. She said the father she don't know. So my other guess is Jeff Weber is not only Elizabeth's father also, but he's also Hayden's real father. And she lied to Raymond Berlin about it. And she still gave Elizabeth up to Jeff Weber so that him and his wife could take Elizabeth. So Elizabeth's mother is not really her mother, and Naomi is really her mother, and Hayden is really her sister. That's my guess. Possible. Makes sense. Very interesting episode, actually. But anyway, I think that's everything in this episode today. It was good to see Scott and Lucy, though. It really was. Always is. I just can't believe everybody in the show is damn near broke. Like, all these wealthy people are now just busted. But I like it, though, because it's realistic. People, are rich one minute, they're not the next. So it's realistic, and I like it. Um, so anyway, but you'll never see Sonny go broke. That'll be the day. Um, that man wouldn't know what to do with himself. So anyway, I will see all of you tomorrow. Have a great day. See you all later.